Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. On August 8th, the FBI executed a search warrant at Donald Trump's Mar-A-Lago resort in Palm Springs, Florida, as part of the ongoing investigation into the handling of the president's documents. The former president confirmed that FBI agents were at Mar-A-Lago and said they broke into his safe. The search began early Monday morning, and law enforcement personnel appeared to be focused on the area of the club where Trump's offices and personal quarters are. On Monday evening, Trump released a statement saying, quote, "My beautiful home, Mar-A-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida, is currently under siege, raided and occupied by a large group of FBI agents," end quote. The move to search the former president's home raises the stakes for the Justice Department and comes as Trump's legal problems continue on multiple fronts. After being detained back in February, Brittany Griner has been sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison on drug charges. An expert on Russian law that spoke to ABC News said the 9-year sentence did not come as a surprise. Griner has been detained in Russia for over 5 months after she was stopped in an airport for possessing vape cartridges containing hashish oil, which is illegal in the country. She faced a maximum of 10 years in prison, though she will be credited with 5 months' time served. William Pomeranz, director of the Wilson Center Keenan Institute, said whether Griner is a political hostage is up for interpretation, but the only way to get Griner out of Russia is through diplomacy. Pomeranz said, quote, "Diplomatic negotiations are ongoing, but clearly because the Biden administration has made the most overtures, the Russians are in the driver's seat of when and how Brittany Griner gets home," end quote. Currently, there are 5 Americans, including former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan, who are being held in Russian jail. Before COVID-19 vaccines were rolled out for children back in June, many parents had been calling for the shots to become available for young kids. New data has shown many parents' stances have changed since then. According to the Boston Globe, Massachusetts ranks 3rd nationwide with 11% of kids getting at least 1 dose. Washington, D.C. has the top spot with nearly 18% and Vermont taking 2nd place. Nationally, only 5% of children under the age of 5 have been vaccinated. Pediatricians say that they did expect some hesitancy, as surveys predicted that only around 1 in 5 parents would actually plan on getting children in that age bracket vaccinated. The numbers so far are lower than many pediatricians expected by this point. As a result, some doctors have even thrown out vaccines because they aren't being used. The state is still monitoring and reporting health trends on a weekly basis. On August 4th, newly released metrics show that over 133,000 molecular tests were conducted and 9,646 new positive cases were reported in the last week. As of August 3rd, 144 people are hospitalized in Massachusetts and 57 are in the ICU. 41 new deaths were also reported in the last 7 days. The town of Braintree also continues to monitor COVID data from the state. In the last week, the town hall hasn't reported any new positive cases. The town hall website currently shows a total of 10,992 positive cases since the start of the pandemic. There have been no new fatalities reported in over 3 months, keeping Braintree's total deaths at 137. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
The COVID-19 vaccine doesn't contain the virus, so you can't get COVID from the shot. You may experience things like muscle aches, fever, or tiredness, but these are most likely signs that your body is building immunity to protect against the virus. Learn more.
Welcome back. Flower Express, the company planning to build a marijuana cultivation and processing facility next to the Braintree MBTA station, went through a zoning change last week from the Braintree Town Council. The Town Council passed the zoning change of the non-retail marijuana operation by a slim 6-3 margin. The Planning Board has already endorsed the zoning change. The change will now go to Mayor Charles Kokoris for his approval. If it gains the remaining approvals, the Flower Express facility would be the town's 2nd marijuana business. A medical marijuana store and production facility has been approved for Granite Street near the South Shore Plaza. It is scheduled to open later this year. On Tuesday, August 16th at 6 p.m., you can join Braintree Mayor Kokoris and town staff on a walkthrough of the Watson Park Shoreline Stabilization Site and enjoy some provided ice cream sandwiches. The Planning and Community Development Department and Public Works Department have been working to address the erosion and flooding at Watson Park as construction started back in March of 2022. Braintree received funding from Massachusetts Coastal Zone Management to develop a plan to address the problems. The plan developed by Woods Hole Group included restoring the eroding bank, restoring salt marsh between the river and the bank, and construction an elevated earthen berm to help protect the park from flooding for the next few decades. Construction was completed in June, and you can now visit the site along with the mayor during the Watson Park Shoreline Stabilization Project completion walk again on August 16th at 6 p.m. The Braintree Town Council approved Town Clerk James Casey's early voting schedule for the September 6th state primary election at its Tuesday night meeting. Braintree voters will now be able to cast their ballots in person from August 27th to September 2nd in the Cahill Auditorium of the Braintree Town Hall. For early voters, hours will be Saturday, August 27th and Sunday, August 28th from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. During the week between August 29th and September 2nd, early voting hours follow suit with the Town Hall's normal operating hours. Voters will be able to go to vote between 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, from 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday, or from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. on that Friday. For more information, visit braintreema.gov. The last of the Sunset Lake concerts on Tuesday, August 9th, with Reminiscence, who will be performing some oldies covers, isn't the last summer concert, as Braintree will be holding yet another summer concert, this time at Smith Beach. Mayor Charles Kokoris announced that on Thursday, August 11th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., Gina Mark will be performing a wide range of music dating from the 1950s to today's hits and everything in between, including pop, rock, country, and even some blues. During the concert, you can enjoy a free cookout including hot dogs, snacks, and drinks. Any resident that would like more information can call the Recreation Department at 781-794-8901. The concerts, which are sponsored by Mayor Charles Kokoris and the Braintree Electric Light Department, are all available to watch on BCAM TV. You can watch any and all of the 7 concerts, including Curra's Fancy, who played some Irish and folk music, Wolfpack with some popular pop, rock, and country covers, Gainesville Road with a variety of pop, rock, and country covers, the popular Beatle tribute band Forever Fab, the Westwood Swing Band, who performed some classic swing and jazz music, Magic Moments with the greatest hits of the 50s through the 70s, and finally the Reminiscence with some oldies covers. If you missed these concerts or want to watch again, you can find it on BCAM TV's public channel, Comcast Channel 9, and Verizon Channel 28, or you can catch it on youtube.com/BCAMTV. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Mosquitoes are out. Protect yourself from mosquito bites and the illnesses they can cause, like Triple E and West Nile virus. When outdoors, use an EPA-approved repellent and wear protective clothing. Learn more at mass.gov/mosquitoes and ticks.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. Beginning August 19th, the Orange Line will be shut down for 30 days for what Governor Charlie Baker called an overdue critical maintenance. The decision comes on the heels of an investigation launched by the Federal Transit Administration, which is making the MBTA address safety concerns on the rails immediately. Baker says the closure will allow the T to plan repairs and updates like crossovers and technical track work beyond just where it carries riders. The MBTA has approved the contract with the company, a Yankee Line, Contracts have been negotiated to get up to 200 buses to transport Orange and Green Line riders, but urge riders to utilize the commuter rail whenever possible. The Orange Line is expected to resume service by September 19th. Anyone with questions regarding the new changes should visit the MBTA website at www.mbta.com. The MBTA announced plans last week to close the tracks on the Green Line extension for 4 weeks and delay the opening of a new branch. Green Line service in both directions between Government Center and Union Square will be replaced by free shuttle buses from August 22nd through September 18th. T officials said the disruption is necessary to allow for work at the Government Center garage project. Scheduled projects during this time include overhead wire adjustments on the East Cambridge Viaduct that will eliminate a speed restriction, installation of sound barriers, and testing of track and communication infrastructure. It's another blow for riders in Medford who are also impacted by the MBTA's plan to shut down the whole Orange Line for 30 days of maintenance and repair work starting on August 19th. Last Thursday, Quincy welcomed a brand new grocery store to the former Roach Brothers location. H Mart, the highly anticipated grocery store, had a line of hundreds of excited shoppers that formed around the building when it opened its doors. If you haven't heard of H Mart before, it's a national chain of Korean grocery stores with locations in Cambridge and Burlington. The Falls Boulevard H Mart is the 74th location to open across the country and the 7th grocery store in the city specializing in Asian goods. The chain has been looking to expand its Massachusetts footprint, specifically in Quincy, for years. Brian Kwan, vice president at H Mart, said, quote, "We've been looking in the area for a really long time. It's the right demographic for us, and Quincy just feels like the right place to be," end quote. The Quincy Family Resource Center is hosting their annual backpack drive to collect backpacks and school supplies for students in grades pre-K through 12. The distribution dates and time take place on Monday, August 22nd from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., on Tuesday, August 23rd from 2 p.m. to 6:30 p.m., and on Wednesday, August 24th from 12 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Registration ends on August 12th. For more information regarding registration or donation, you may email Jackie at jwallers@baystatecs.org or email Robin at rdunphy@baystatecs.org. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
Protect yourself from mosquito and tick bites. Use an EPA-approved repellent anytime you're outdoors. Spray it on your hands first, then spread it on your face, neck, arms, and legs. Learn more at mass.gov/mosquitoes and ticks.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Before getting into show recommendations, here's some entertainment news. Olivia Newton-John, the top female pop vocalist of the 1970s and best known for her role as Sandy in Grease, passed away on August 8th at the age of 73. Her husband, John Easterling, posted the news on her official Facebook page, writing, quote, "Dame Olivia Newton-John passed away peacefully at her ranch in Southern California this morning, surrounded by family and friends," end quote. A cause of death was not given, but Newton-John was diagnosed with breast cancer that surfaced for a third time in 2017. Her Grease co-star and hit duet partner John Travolta was quick to weigh in with a tribute on social media, where he wrote, quote, "Your impact was incredible. I love you so much. We will see you down the road, and we will all be together again. Yours from the moment I saw you and forever. Your Danny, your John," end quote. Now, here are some new binge-worthy show recommendations. First up, the second season of Reservation Dogs was released on August 3rd. Reservation Dogs is made by an entirely indigenous group of writers, directors, and actors who bring a level of detail to their experience through their main cast. Reservation Dogs follows 4 indigenous teenagers living in Oklahoma. After their best friend's death, the group is determined to leave home and move to California. But in order to secure money for their trip, they've taken to pulling off petty crimes around their neighborhood. Through dry-witted comedy, the show captures the difficulties of youth and portrays the experience of res life. At the end of the season, only one member of the squad is able to achieve their goal and escape. Season 2 was already released, so to find out what's in store next for the Res Dogs, you can watch Reservation Dogs on FX and Hulu. Next in entertainment comes Central Park by the same creators of Bob's Burgers. Central Park tells the story of Owen and his family who live in an unconventional life in New York's Central Park, which Owen manages. Their lives change when an elderly heiress and entrepreneur named Bitsy wants to turn the park into more condominiums, shopping stores, and restaurants. He and his family have to find a way to fend off Bitsy and save the park. Season 3 of Central Park premieres on September 3rd. You can watch Season 1 and Season 2 on Apple TV+. And finally, Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcone are collaborating once again to produce and star in an 8-episode series, God's Favorite Idiot. Clark, played by Falcone, is an average, somewhat boring man working as tech support who one day after getting struck by lightning finds himself suddenly glowing. His co-worker Emily, played by McCarthy, and a ragtag group of friends believe that this may somehow be related to God. Their fears are confirmed when an angel tells Clark that he is to be God's messenger and must prevent the apocalypse from happening. You can watch God's Favorite Idiot on Netflix. That'll do it for news today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.